Heyo, Social Isolation fam, it's your boy Jared, here to try something new and give you my top 10 online co-op games to play while social distancing. I've got a good range of titles for casual to core gamers for every console, including your phone. Let's dive right into this list of great co-op online games to keep your friends close at a distance. Up first, we have a very good old friend of mine, Stardew Valley. Way back in the dark times, also known as before Animal Crossing New Horizons, I discovered Stardew Valley while trying to get my little virtual town fix. Originally released back in 2016 for the PC, this charming adventure simulation game is basically the love child of Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing and is now available basically everywhere, with full multiplayer support on all consoles other than mobile. You and up to 3 friends can share a little farm town, expanding your farms, wooing the townsfolk, uncovering mysteries, and spelunking deep into dangerous caves for precious materials. There's just so much to do in this game, and none of it is sacrificed when playing in multiplayer, which I love. You got all your crafting, collecting, animal rearing, and interpersonal relationship having options available to you and your friends at all times. This game is just oozing with charm. The pixel graphics are cute, the sounds are all so satisfying, and it is truly a blast with your buddies. As long as you don't all fight over Alex because he is arguably the cutest guy in town, and honestly, he has ruined quite a few friendships because of that. He's so worth it though. Did one of your friends go all Thanos over Alex and now you guys need to assemble to save the day? Look no further than Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. This Nintendo Switch exclusive is the entire top-down arcade brawler genre distilled into its purest form. Okay, that's actually a lie because there are over 50 playable Marvel heroes to unlock, all with special upgradable skills to level up and keep track of, and enough visual flair to burn your retinas a nice golden brown. What I meant is that if you just want to boot up, hop into a neon skin-tight leotard and beat up bad guys with 3 of your best friends and an irresponsible amount of flashy alien magic, this is the game for you. Didn't play Ultimate Alliance 1 or 2? It literally doesn't matter. This campaign is an entirely standalone story that isn't Marvel canon in any way, and also it's pretty standard bad guy doing bad things fare, so that's really not why you're going to be playing this game. The animations are slick, the moves are really fun, and the characters all bring something new to the party, so this is a total blast when playing with a group of buddies. Team fights get super chaotic, different teammates can tag together and do these super cool super moves where everyone's kind of flying around the screen doing just a bunch of damage. It's honestly chaos, and if you hop into a voice chat with your friends, you are going to be set for hours of smash and bash fun. Moving right along, I have a great suggestion for anyone who isn't afraid of whacking the heck out of some deadly behemoths in the name of snazzy new clothes. Dauntless is a colorful, free-to-play, gear-based RPG that I call the common man's Monster Hunter. In this fictional universe, a cataclysmic event has torn the world asunder, and now you and your friends must hunt down and fight boss-like behemoths to craft better and better gear to take down beefier and scarier prey. If you, like me, wanted to get into Monster Hunter but found it just too granular with too many options, too many items, and just so much text going on, Dauntless is definitely an easier monster hunting game to get into. Plus, it's free, so there's that. With dozens of massive monsters to take down and hundreds of craftable items and weapons to mix and match in your kit, there's a lot of potential playtime here. Plus, the game has full cross-platform compatibility, so you can play with your friends even if you don't all have the same system. I just found out that they're coming out with a mobile version at some point this year, which soon means your friends will have literally no excuse not to play this with you. Keeping in theme with this colorful yet violent fun kick I have going on, the next game I bring to you is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Being the 3rd edition in the grossly overlooked Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare series, Battle for Neighborville brings 6 new playable classes to the cavalcade of now 20 different plants and zombies that you can bring into the battlefield for 3rd person or over the shoulder Flora versus Undead fun. Even if you have some friends who aren't big into competitive shooters, there's still a lot of fun to be had here. With different classes ranging from sniping cactuses to brawling undead superheroes, there are dozens of different playstyles and tons of game modes, both competitive and cooperative. This game is definitely one of the more intense and competitive games on the list, so it won't be for everyone, but if you and your friends are stuck inside just itching to show off your gunplay skills, Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is a great family-friendly way to get that energy out and start showing everyone who's boss. So hop right in and start pea shooting your way to victory and unlocking some cute new outfits for your squad's designated sunflower main. Knock knock. Who's there, you ask? Why, it's another sequel you should check out. Trine 4 is, you guessed it, the 4th installment in one of my favorite medieval puzzle platformer franchises. Granted, that's not a super crowded market, but this up to 4-player romp is a brain-tingling joy to tear through with your friends. Team up as either a wizard, knight, or thief to tackle dozens of fantastically perplexing fantasy environments on your quest to rescue a troubled young prince. Each character has a unique set of abilities for puzzle solving and combat, which you can either use together for some super satisfying solutions, or more commonly, take turns watching each other come up with wacky ways to get from point A to point B. I think Trine 4 is the best game in the series so far. The arcadey physics in this game are so fun to play around with, and the newly added combat is a blasty blast. Sometimes literally. Everything is super polished and pretty, so this is a really easy game to get lost in and make you forget about the dumpster fire going on outside. Just don't let the sight of identical twin characters throw you off if you're gaming with a team of 4. I really can't say why it's so disconcerting to me that they didn't just create a 4th character for when you're playing with 4 people, but there is something so odd about just seeing 2 knights bouncing around the screen all Tia and Tamara on ya. Okay people, blood and guts coming in hot. Avert your eyes if you're a sensitive bean. Next up on the list is the viscerally entertaining Gears 5. This Xbox exclusive series brings back fond memories of playing through the Gears of War 2 campaign couch co-op style with my best friend in high school. 12 years later, and here we are with Gears 5, ready to fill the gore-shaped hole in your heart left by the rest of the games on this list. You and up to 2 other friends can shoot and chainsaw your way through the campaign over the internet or in local split screen, just in case this isolation period is over before your first campaign playthrough. You might want to binge a few YouTube videos about the previous game's stories before jumping into this one, but basically it's humans versus locust alien monsters. It's the end of days, and all you're gonna end up doing is painting the walls with the blood of your enemies. The weapons in this game are insanely vicious and creative, the gunplay and gore are just entirely over the top, and there is nothing quite like squatting up with 2 of your best wingmen and tearing through waves of locust scum that are just asking to be blown up to little bits. Oh, by the way, it's on Xbox Game Pass, so if you're thrown down for that subscription, check it out for free. Okay guys, let's take this list from one extreme to another. Far, far away from the blood-stained halls of Gears 5 is a quiet little game that some of you might have heard before. Minecraft. Only one of the biggest gaming phenomenons to occur in the last 2 decades, Minecraft has found its way onto every console and cell phone you could possibly think of. I'm surprised at this point I can't play it on my smart fridge. Whoa, maybe I can. Anyway, if you haven't already become hopelessly addicted to this open world sandbox builder / adventure game, please allow me to open your eyes for you. You can do anything you want in this game, guys. You can build, you can quest, you can craft, you can mod the heck out of your personal server to put trains and freaking Pokemon into the game. While you can have a ton of fun playing this game cross-platform with your buddies over Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, I argue the best possible way to play this game is on PC and Mac. Because Minecraft has been out for so many years, there's a wealth of community-created content from texture packs to make your game look pretty to mods that let you adopt a dog or start your own tea garden. It's a bit tech-intensive to start your own multiplayer server, but if you can get it all figured out, I promise you will lose hours, if not full-on days of your life, running around this blocky world building giant cactuses and looting dungeons with your friends. Plus, the newest update gave us cute little bees! Oh, look how cute! Bees! If the storyless structure of Minecraft leaves you desiring more substance, look no further than Divinity Original Sin 2, a feature-packed RPG that plays very similarly to a video game version of Dungeons & Dragons. In classic D&D fashion, you and a party of up to 4 players have nearly unlimited options of ways to solve problems, complete tasks, and eviscerate your enemies. As with all good fantasy worlds, there's tons of magic and weapon variety here with fun, plausible interactions like how shooting a flame arrow at a bubbling puddle of poison causes a beautiful, noxious explosion. Each party member will have totally different ways of interacting with the world, too. Hydrosophists, for example, can freeze blood or water that is spilled on the floor, which makes enemies slip and slide around, while another member of your team might have the Face Ripper, a special weapon that lets you skin your foes' faces right off and wear it as a disguise. If face stealing and open-ended problem solving in a magical realm sound like a good time to you, you are in for a treat. Be warned though, you will really see your friend's true colors while battling it out in this game. Last time I played with my friend, he broke me out of prison by literally burning the entire place down, with me still in it. What I really like about Divinity Original Sin 2 is just how many different ways each interaction can go. You really just never know how things are gonna play out, and that kind of uncertainty keeps me on my toes and keeps me coming back for more again and again. If you prefer your RPGs to have a little less creative problem solving and a lot more hack and slash action, allow me to introduce you to Blackmore 2, a silly little game that takes me back to the good old days of playing browser-based flash games in my middle school computer class. The simple 2D art style honestly isn't super impressive, but what is impressive about Blackmore 2 is the sheer number of levels to play through in a free-to-play game. I mean, you could pay to play it on your Switch, but for how surprisingly smooth the online play is on my iPhone, I'd be hard-pressed to suggest playing anywhere but on mobile. With tons of wacky characters to unlock, diverse game modes to explore, and literal endless hordes of ogres waiting to get smashed and looted, I really can't think of a reason this little gem isn't worth checking out. For a game that looks this simple, I was very impressed by how complex and fun the bosses were at the end of each story mission. Each boss has a different set of moves that changes as you do damage to them, so you're constantly on your toes trying to figure out what the tells of the attacks are, and I was just very surprised at how complex each of those fights were. Don't let the art style fool you. There is a lot of good gameplay here. Lighthearted action combat, coins flying left and right, and a full story mode to play through with 3 of your closest necromancers? Honestly, what more could you ask for? Jared, I could ask for a puzzle game to play with one of my closest friends. That's what more I could ask for. Ah, well then, person who thought that, do I have the game for you? Last up on our list of fabulous friendship-sustaining online games is a pleasant little puzzler called Death Squared. You can actually play alone, with a partner, or with 4 people at once, so that segue wasn't the most accurate, but honestly, after 9, that's the best that I've got. Death Squared is a really cute, straightforward puzzle game where you play as colorful little cubes making your way to same-colored little goals, all while avoiding tons of perilous traps, laser beams, and the general likelihood of falling straight to your death. Teamwork is imperative here, so I do very much suggest playing with someone you know you can handle butting heads with. Otherwise, those heads might roll. And that's that, folks. I hope this list brought some new games onto your radar for this really weird, trying time of social isolation. I know I've really been relying on these games to keep me connected with my friends and family, so I hope that you like some of them too. There are so many co-op games out there, I'm sure I missed some, so let me know down below if your favorite game wasn't on this list, and maybe I'll include it in a future video. Okay guys, stay safe out there, stay inside, and see you on the next one. Hey guys, Jared here. I hope you liked that video. If you did, leave us a like. Make sure to subscribe and check out the other videos that we got hanging out on our channel. They're all pretty fun.